Coming off a big weekend over in Mobile, Gulf Coast Challenge, great win for our football team, our program. I thought our team came out and competed well early in the entire first half. Only had one penalty going into halftime. Offense was clicking at all cylinders. Defense creating turnovers. Very pleased with what those guys did. Kind of got laxed in the second half. Got to come out with better energy and finish people when we got them down. But for the most part, we created some additional turnovers, and offense was able to get another score when we needed. So great win. Looking forward to homecoming this week.
Yeah, are you excited to have Alabama State as your homecoming game?
No matter who it is, homecoming is homecoming. You talk about all the people that'll be in town. Me being an alum here, I know what homecoming means for Jackson State, no matter who we're playing. So our team is excited about it. It's another conference game for us.
Do you remember the remarks that the coach made? You guys have them all over the place.
I do. But like I said, regardless, we gotta go be ready. We talk about being solid with execution as a football team, playing with physicality as a unit. So that's the things we're gonna do in order to go out here and win this weekend.
Any different feelings for homecoming as head coach now?
We just stacking them up right now. That's what I'm excited about this football team. They're playing hard. They understand, we can control what we can control at this point, but, it's always good. This will be our second time in the VIT, so we're excited about that as well. And then, just a big crowd. Things start really taking off tomorrow. People getting in town and, the family of the players, myself, got family coming in, these coaches, so we're excited about it.
Is there a different sort of energy in the crowd during homecoming games?
No doubt. You got a lot of people that hadn't seen Jackson State play live that'll be here this weekend to see that game. And they excited. Everybody know, you expect 40, 50,000. You never know how that deal go for as attendance, but it's going to be packed. The tailgate is going to be packed. Just a great week leading up to the football game. You're getting back into town and going to seeing some people you went to school with you hadn't seen in a while. So it's going to be big excitement this weekend.
Can you talk about your defensive backs? Everybody's coming up with interceptions.
Yeah, well, that's something we talk about. Coach Quinn does a great job with those guys on the back end, getting them coached up week in, week out. This past football game, you go in 38-7, so we knew coming out in the second half, it's just going to turn into 7-on-7, a bunch of throws. They're going to get some completions there, but we got to continue to compete, and they did that for the most part. But we got some length back there, some smart football players, some guys that can really rally to the ball, and when they get their hands on it, they come down with it.
You talk about just having as many running backs as you do that are able to run the ball and run the ball well.
Well, that's something we pride ourselves on, being able to run the football. We have Coach Brandon does a good job of getting all those guys coached up. They get banged up a lot. We're still missing J.D. Martin right now, but it's always the next guy up. Whether it's Dez Moultrie, Miller has done a great job as a true freshman. Zeke does a great job for us on special teams and everything. So it's a plus to have those type of guys, especially when we talk about playing with a physicality as a group and, wanting to run the football.
Coach, the thing no one's talking about is not even a player, but maybe a position coach. Can you talk about your wide receiver coach? He's been a big part of their success and how you came to hire him.
Yeah, B.A. Came over from Texas State for us. He's a fireball. The kids respond to him. They love him a lot. He's a technician. He really does a good job of teaching the ins and outs of the receiver position. And, for me, that I take that position to heart, being a former player and former receiver here. So I really critique it a lot, but he does a great job. So I'm able to stand back and just watch him get those guys better. And you see dudes developing like Kobe Paul, Duke Miller, Rico Powers. All those guys are playing at a high level. So, I can't say enough about the job he's done thus far.
And can you talk about your kickers or any of them out for the season, and if so, who?
Well, we know Gerard Obeza is probably done for the season. We'll see how that goes, but everybody else should be back this weekend.
What do you make of Alabama State's quarterbacks? They've been kind of playing quarterback system.
Those guys do exactly what Alabama State wants to do. They want to run the football, eat some clock up. Two different spectrums, though. You got one that's in there to, kind of run the ball, and then the other kid they bring in there when they want to kind of throw it around, Damon Stewart, I think that's his name. So, we got to be conscious of that, you know, who's at quarterback. And we've been kind of seeing it all year, multiple quarterbacks back there. So Coach Bradley will get those guys coached up and have them ready to, you know, the things that they present to us and have us ready to go out and attack it.
Apologize if it's already been asked, but can you talk about just how Seven kind of has been bursting on the scene a couple weeks off that injury?
Yeah, well, I've been telling people, you know, he's steady getting healthy. You know, and it's been week after week, he's getting better. You can see the burst. He's still not quite where he needs to be, but you can still see his elusiveness. He did a good job of that. So, you know, we're expecting another big week out of him. You know, he had a couple good punt returns for us. I think he had, 2 touchdowns receiving. And anytime, you know, at that size can go out there and play the X or the Z receiver on the outside and catch a fade ball, it shows his explosiveness. So, you know, we continue to stress on him to get better. You know, take your time, let it come back to you. So he's been getting better day by day.
Do you think it was that bye week kind of helped the offense as a whole bounce back from that game against Bethune and then now into Bama A&M, how good the offense was in that one?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it just helped our football team as a whole. You know, when you can go out there and reevaluate some things in the first half of the season and get back in here and, you know, find out what guys can help you win, you know, in these last 5-6 games. You know, we just hit the reset button, and that's kind of what we did. And, you know, that's what you've seen the 45 points from this past weekend.
Coach, any chance you reassert Martin since he's been injured and give him another year?
JD?
Yes.
We'll see. You know, that's something I'd sit down with him and talk with him about, you know, his position coach as well. But we're just waiting to get him back and see how healthy he is once he get back and how can he help this football team.
Coach, with being a team that just had a big game before y'all, what is the morale going to the game with Alabama State?
Say that one more time.
With beating.
Beating. Okay.
With beating A&M, that had a big game before y'all. What is the morale going to Alabama State?
I mean, we're feeling good about ourselves right now. You know, we're 4-2 as a football team. Like you said, we had a huge win this past weekend against a well-coached team by Coach Maynard over there at Alabama A&M. But, you know, the thing about us, we just take the next game up. We want to be prepared for it as coaches, as players and everything. So, you know, we're excited about the weekend. We know, you know, the expectation as far as everybody ready and excited for homecoming. But I told the players, homecoming not really for us. You know, the game is what we're all about and getting ready for Alabama State.
Coach, were you surprised about Watson's kicking?
No, I seen it in practice. You know, once we got him out there in practice, I saw him kick a couple. I was like, this dude got a live leg. You know, we did our homework on him, the stuff he did in junior college and stuff down at Gulf Coast and Colin. You know, we knew we had something in him, and he's only going to get better. You know, with that just being his first week out there, it's just truly a blessing for him to, you know, be on campus and able to be a part of this football team.
Coach, could you discuss like the impact of, or I guess I don't want to necessarily say the emergence of Fabian McCray, but he's kind of been a little more active in the offense.
Yeah, I mean, Fabian is another one that's kind of like we've been waiting on him like 7. You know, he's a transfer, came in from Northern Illinois. We had big expectations for, and it was all about the chemistry with him and Jason. You know, and once they started getting on the same page, we seen it the previous game, some flashes of it. He had you know, he lost focus, had a big drop, I think, in the last game and in this game. But to come back and, you know, answer the bell, you know, anytime you get those transfers in here, you're expecting those guys to come in and make an immediate impact. And, you know, you saw it on that play.
Coach, can you talk about your quarterback Morgan? I mean, your decision to use him on the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of dudes that can play. You know, Jacobian runs out there, he's huge, you know, and so we schemed up some stuff. Coach Modem did a great job. Him and Coach O and that staff did a great job of scheming up something that fits what he does right now for this program. And, you know, it paid off. O-line blocked, he caught the ball and, you know, walked in a couple times.
Any more questions? Not, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank y'all. All right.